Hey, what's up, guys? I thought I'll hang out at Venice Beach and hopefully that you all will be there and wanted to hang out and we can talk. All right. So, everybody got their scooters. Maybe I should go get my scooter and we can take a ride and let's enjoy that sunset. What do you guys think about that sunset? This is my favorite time, enjoying the sunset. And yeah, I think I'll go get my scooter. Well, maybe I should. I'll just wait. Sit over here for a minute. Sit over here and enjoy the sunset. Let's go. Let's see. Enjoy the sunset. You can talk about loans, bad credit loans. You know, let's walk out here toward the ocean. My kids are walking the street. My niece is out here to visit, and so she always wanted to go to the beach. So I brought her and my kids out to the beach. Man, you know what? It's, as you can see there, there's my son walking on the beach. Oh, looking all miserable. Look like he cold. So, like I said, my thing is enjoying that sun go down. What are you doing? You going to get your scooter?
Later.
What's wrong?
Sick.
What do you mean you're sick?
I feel sick.
Here, put my shoes in the car.
You don't want them when you're walking back to the car?
No, because the car's right there, and I don't want to. I don't. I don't want to keep dragging my feet. Are you sure you're gonna stay in the car?
Yeah. I'm gonna go later.
What, you ate too much?
I only had like 3 bites of my food.
Here. Hey, it's some orange soda. Drink a cup of orange soda. That'll help with your stomach. Hey, don't drop my wallet, bro. Please. Huh? Yeah. So, please. All right. See ya. If you decide to come back out, bring the scooter. Man, the sand is cold. Usually the sand is hot, but the sand is cold right now. Hey, where's your sister now?
I think they're in the water.
They're over in the water? Okay. All right. Anyway. Like I said, I like coming out here to the suns. Usually I go down to Santa Monica and sit down there in Santa Monica and watch the sun go behind the ocean. That's like my best view. Just sitting there, relaxed. My wife had to work today, so she couldn't come. How's you guys' day going? So, like I said, I want to watch this sunset go down. Anyway, I was talking about like bad credit loans. One of the things about it, for some of you guys that follow me and stuff like that, the reason I started talking about like bad credit loans, or I've been talking about it for a while, but I've been paying attention to like those tribal lender loans, right? And so those tribal lender loans, those are the ones that are they don't really focus on the credit, right? So when you struggling and stuff like that, now granted, like I said, the interest rate can be very high, you know. But when you have bad credit, but you have income and the banks don't want to help you, what are you to do? You know, you can't go to friends and family, right? So if you can't go to friends and family and ask them, hey, you know, I need a couple $1,000 right quick, you know, to pay a bill or something like that, you know, and the banks don't want to help you, what do you do? You know, so that's the reason I started talking about tribal loans and stuff like that. Now, one of the things that I'm very adamant about and very transparent about is letting you guys know that with those, before even thinking about tribal loans, especially if you work in a job, I always tell you to go to your HR, you know, and I hope that helps some of you guys. Go to your HR and file a tax exempt. See how the sun is going down? That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. So can I bring this in? All right. How's that, guys? Is that okay? Uh, what is that? Okay. All right. There we go. So you can like literally count the seconds the sun is going down behind the mountains. How cool is that? Anybody can take a picture of that? I don't know how to. Like I said, I'm learning. The rate of the tribal loans, they're very high. You're talking about definitely you're talking about 300%, you know. Um, and that's the unfortunate thing about it. But hey, where do you go when you need help? If you can't count on family members, you can't count on your bank, you can't count on your credit union. See the sun going down? You know, that's what I mean. It's like, granted, you know, yeah, you know that they're taking advantage of you, but if you need that money right then and there and you can't count on nobody, then hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And that's the reason I tell people, if you work a job, go to the HR and file exempt for 3 to 4 months and don't pay any interest. I mean, don't pay any taxes for 3 or 4 months. It's better than getting those high interest loans, but at the same time, when life happens, life don't plan itself to happen, it just happens, right? And so when life just happens, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's the reason I try to be as transparent as possible. Man, that's a nice picture there. You know. Um, Rich, you said no more than 800. Then how much income are you bringing home? Because again, a lot of those loans, they depend on your income. Like I said, they don't focus as much on the credit score, but it is the income. You know, I don't know if you're married or not, but I always tell people, if you got a spouse in the household or you working an extra job or something, you need to put that income on the application as well. Seems like the closer I get to the ocean, the colder it gets. Can you can schedule a consultation. It'll give you a time, and then once you schedule it, it'll give you a time, and then you can email me after you schedule, and I can pencil you in. Yeah, the sun moves pretty fast. Uh, Yeah, I try to do a lot of research before I put something out because I like to be transparent with the community. You know, and letting people know, hey, the interests are high, but unfortunately, like I said, how many of you guys know that if you have an emergency out of the blue, can you call a family and say, hey, I need $2,000 for a few days? Or, hey, can you help me out for a few days? So think about it, giving you those resources so that way, somewhere down the line, it made that emergency pop up. You don't have to be burdened with if your family or friends going to help you. You can say, all right, I got it. You got a resource. That's all I just try to do, create and find resources that'll help you guys. My daughter, Nam, is out here in this cold water. There's a, you probably can't see it, but there's a sailboat. Let's see. See way over there, there's a sailboat. Now it looks close to you guys, but that sailboat is like real way over there. But it's nice to be able to hang out at the beach on late afternoon, you know, and let my kids just enjoy and play. But they're not kids. Shoot, son is almost 18. My daughter's 20. The other one's 16. So man, you got to be a brave soul to want to put your feet in that water. And I'm at Venice Beach. I'm over here at Venice Beach. So, yes, Ken, I'll be available tomorrow. Yes, sir. I just have to go to the airport, but I'm always available. It's just in a matter. Sometimes I may be in a meeting, but yes, if you schedule a meeting tomorrow, I'll make the time to talk with you, sir. You know what? I love sailboats, but you can. I am so scared to get on one. When I'm on the ocean, you guys know. Usually, I'm like on a yacht or something, or on a real big boat, or whatever. I'm not. This water is too strong to be messing around with those little small boats. Not in this page, Ken. You probably have to go to one of my other videos. I didn't paste the link. I will later on when I finish shooting this, but not at the moment. I didn't put it in there, sir. On my other page, but it's just HoustonMcMiller.net. If you just go to HoustonMcMiller.net, uh, from there, you know what, I wanted to show you guys something, and this is pretty cool. So, what's happening? Well, here goes the lifeguard combing the beach, right? So he's coming up, combing the beach. But what I wanted to show you, this police car driving around with nobody in it. It's a driverless taxi, a police car, right? And I wanted to show you guys that. I thought it was so cool. I have to go find it. Let's see. There's a lifeguard combing the beach. Let's see. Let's go this way. See, over that way I was pointing, like over there is further down is Santa Monica. So Santa Monica is down that way. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to hang out with you guys. I like coming to the beach as often as I can, and so I wanted to hang out. You know, I said my kids are enjoying themselves. But yeah, Ken, I hope that helps you going over to Houston McMiller dot net or .com, HoustonMcMiller.com or HoustonMcMiller.net, either one of those, and you can schedule a consultation, sir. It look like these planes about to collide. Let's see, can I bring it in? Well, they bypassed each other. Yeah. So that guy is probably going into LAX. But let's see. You guys may can't see it. It's down there. There's a building down there. There we go. And so in a few minutes you're gonna see all of that lit up. Some people, they used to let you build bonfires. They don't let you do that not on this beach. You have to go down like to Huntington Beach or something like that to build a bonfire. You know. Would you guys sleep on the beach overnight? Like hang out and sleep on the beach overnight? Would you guys do something like that? I think that's something that my son, he would like to do. You know, he tried to act tough. My son tried to act tough, but he always want me around. A lot of the shops and stuff, they done closed up. Son said he wasn't feeling good. He just finished eating, so I guess I go check on him. He was just feeling real good a minute ago. Oh, but you know what? So we were driving over here to Venice Beach, right? And had the windows down, you know, and they bumping their music and stuff like that, you know. And I guess he was feeling the music, and he yelled out the window. You know, he was yelling out the window, and I asked him not to do that. And the reason I didn't want to do that, because you can easily get shot like that, you know. So, you know, especially him wearing a do-rag, a black, white t-shirt and stuff like that, you know. So, and I think that kind of hurt his feelings. But the thing about it, I'm like, dude, these people out here, they are gun crazy, you know, and I don't want nobody shooting at me. So what do you guys think? Did I tell him right? You know, trying to protect his safety, you know. And I understand he was just probably just trying to have fun, but driving down the street in the hood, you don't want to be just yelling out of the window, right? People are too paranoid. So you don't want that to be happening. I was hoping that he would be going to enjoy himself with the rest of the family, but guess I'll go check on him, see how he doing. I tell you one thing, it's hard walking in sand. If you want to work out, try walking in sand. You gotta be really ready. Yep. They passed that law, so they're trying to make it hard for homeless people, to sleep on the beach and all that stuff. It's like, hey man, if I ain't got nowhere to go, what do you expect me to do? So it is a nice night. Yeah, Brooke. Thank you, Ken. Like I said, I just don't want to, I don't want somebody shooting in my car because they may have thought they heard somebody threatening them or whatever, and I don't want to put none of them nor myself in harm's way. Like I said, there's a lot of clowns out here, and they would definitely light this place up. So I don't want to be nobody's casualty over a misunderstanding. You know what, Ken? The reality of it, homelessness, it's a business. That's the sad part about it. Homelessness is a business. And I don't care what nobody says, you will never get rid of homelessness. You can give everybody a house, but if they have some kind of mental condition, you can pay all the bills and stuff like that, and people still end up homeless. I knew people, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you something very personal. My mother, after I graduated high school, right? All my life, my mother told me she would never move into projects, never moved in projects. So she never moved into the projects. But when I graduated high school, she got approved to move into projects. Now, here's the thing. When she moved into projects, her rent, I think it was maybe about, I want to say $7 or $20, something like that. It was very small. And she still wouldn't pay the rent. Still wouldn't pay the rent. So that's the thing about it. Dealing with people, you're going to always have people that condition their mind. Try to get that man to see if he'll ride the scooter. Yeah. He said he don't feel good. Huh?
He says that when he doesn't want to do anything.
But the point I'm making is this. Let me get over here. But the point I'm making, that's one of my other boys over there too. But like I said, I don't care how many houses you have. You can pay all the bills. You can put them on a reservation or whatever. You're gonna always find people that just are not comfortable being confined to one area. They mentally are not stable. A lot of them, and I tell you where a lot of this homelessness come from too. A lot of these people may have committed crimes, right? And so when they know that the police is after them or something like that for committing a crime, they go into homeless mode, right? They'll go into homeless mode, and then it just becomes a part of them. Not intentionally, but it just becomes like that. People learn that habit. Seriously, people learn to pick up that habit. Just like nowadays, you have a lot of people that a lot of younger people, right? And they tell you these days, well, I don't want to work a 9 to 5, right? Or that job is too hard, or I don't want to do no hard work or whatever, right? So here come the rest of my kids. But the thing about it is that they, it's unfortunately their mentality is, well, I don't want to work hard, you know. I don't want to work long hours. I want to have a life where I can travel and do this. So they're sold on this facade that they should have an easy life, right? So they should bypass all the other things that us as we get older have done, put in the work, you know, suffered and stuff like that. They figure that they can do it smarter, they can do it faster. The reality is the smarter and faster is not coming from them. It's coming from technology. And because it's coming from technology, now I'm on Venice Beach, Dr. Glock. I'm on Venice Beach. But because of technology, now you have these people that, even like with attorneys, that technology is replacing these people's jobs, you know. And for a lot of these people that don't understand like computer programming, don't understand how to understand AI and things of that nature, a lot of these people somewhere down the line is going to catch up with them, you know. And so that's the reason I continue to tell my kids, while they're young, you know, hey, you need to learn AI. You need to learn how to code. You need to learn how to do, like, create content. Now, as a matter of fact, like, more manual labor jobs is what's in shortage of. Now they're talking about more truckers. You're having a shortage of truckers. You're having a shortage of electricians, welders. As a matter of fact, I had a client. Check this out. I had a client. Her company, she was making up to $200,000, or she makes up to $200,000 a year. And all she does is drive around the country and she fixes small appliances for like companies like Frigidaire and LG and stuff like that. So refrigerators and stuff like that. And that's what she does. She goes to different locations around the country and she fixes that and makes a lot of money. So the thing about it, when they say, especially these millennials, when they say ain't no jobs out here, it's not that there's not jobs, but the jobs have transitioned, you know. So now where they're comfortable with trying to see if I can get on camera and make some content and do an Instagram or whatever and become Instagram famous or whatever, not realizing that a lot of those people aren't making money like you think they are, you know. So it's like a big facade. Yes, sir, Dr. Glock. Yes, sir. You can go to the website and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Yes, sir. Um, but like I was saying, that a lot of these jobs it's going to go back to you have to learn how to fix a refrigerator. You have to learn electrician, plumbing, driving a truck. All these manual labor type of jobs that technology can't satisfy, right? So that's the thing about it with a lot of people not understanding that the jobs, there are jobs, but they're just in a different position. So you have to learn a different set of skills. Like even mechanic, being a mechanic and stuff like that. It's just stuff that you have to learn. Plumber, plasterer, handyman, things like that. You can make a lot of money in. But for most of these millennials and stuff, they're not keen to looking at things that way. Like my son that just graduated high school, like like in high school, he took junior coding for the federal government. Okay, so he did junior cybersecurity for the federal government, right? Plus he took welding. So now he's getting ready to start college, and I was telling him, I said, why don't you stick to those two? That way you will have a backup plan. Dr. Ken, there's a 15-minute consultation there, 30-minute as well as a 1 hour. So that's the reason that we set it up like that, because sometimes people may not need as much time. They just may have a few quick questions or whatever. So that's the reason why we structured that page like that, sir. Ex- ex- exactly. Using those other jobs as springboards to do other things. You're 100% right, Dr. Glocks. You're 100% right there. You know, and so, um, but like I said, a lot of these people, they talk about they don't want to work two jobs. But the thing about it, if they look at it, the amount of side hustles, these people working three, four side hustles, right? So these three, four side hustles still end up giving them the same amount of money as they would if they was working a regular 9 to 5. Now, here's the thing about it. I don't encourage nobody. If you're in an environment that you hate, that makes you sick and stuff, I don't encourage nobody to stay in that type of hostile environment. But I would tell you this: if you're planning on trying to be a boss or trying to be an entrepreneur and stuff, and you have a job, I would definitely slowly transition. I would not just jump up and leave my job, okay? Especially when I know that I'm not guaranteed money coming in and stuff like that, right? So that's the thing about it. A lot of people, they figure, well, I'll just quit my job and do some side hustles. Yeah, but if you look at it, if you add up the numbers, you look at the money, you end up, sometimes for most people, they end up making a lot less money. Now, the trade-off from that is because they have their free time back, you know. So if their free time back, they are mentally coping. They may have a little stress because they have to figure out, well, how do I adjust to make the bills and stuff like that. But at the same time, they are coping. They are getting along, you know. And like I said, if that means working 3 to 4 side hustles or whatever, it is what it is, especially if you're trying to get out of a hostile environment. That's the thing about it. You don't want to stay in a hostile environment. I would never encourage somebody to stay in a hostile environment. But I do encourage people to have a strategy, have a plan. You know what? That's one of his options, Ken. He was thinking about going into the Air Force. So what happened is my exterminator, one of the guys that come on my property, his son did 2 years of junior college for free. Now going into the Air Force, they're giving him a $15,000 sign-up bonus, plus a higher position going into the Air Force, plus a housing package. And so that's the strategy me and my son had talked about. And he was looking at that option, but another option, like I said, like he has friends that graduated before him, and like they're doing like construction and welding and stuff like that. And so he's looking at them because they're making $30-$35 an hour, and they're still young like him, so he's excited about that as well. But the main thing that I was telling him, just make sure that you have a plan that's going to work. Let's see. Oh well. I guess I better start getting the kids together, packing up, letting them enjoy themselves. I know they probably. I know they ain't ready to go home. That ain't. They come to the beach, they ain't never ready to go home. And I'm pretty sure you guys that are parents can relate. And these are people that are 16, 17, 20, and just like the party. I was teasing my kids because my niece was telling me that my nephew, my 14-year-old nephew, he has a job working at the zoo, and my 13-year-old, she left him at her house by himself to watch her house for a couple of days while she took a trip. And she told me he does it all the time. He knows how to cook. Now he's 13 and he knows how to cook and all of this stuff. But don't get me wrong, his mom comes over to check on him and stuff like that. But I was telling my kids that because they think it's so hard to actually start to become an adult. Because, one, all their lives they always had access to a maid, a pool boy, a landscaper and stuff, and I can kind of blame that on me, but trying to get them to understand that, hey, they should really start looking at what their cousins and nephews are doing while they're young. Even my little niece is the same age as my daughter. My daughter's 20. My niece is 20. And my little niece, she has her own apartment at 20. She's working 2 jobs. She's working on becoming a nurse. So it's just things like that. I'm trying to get my kids motivated to show them that, hey, if they can do it, you guys can do it. But you know how kids are. Oh well. Well, I guess I'll get ready to pack it up and go home. But it was nice hanging out with you guys. For you guys that are serious and passionate about starting a business, reach out to me. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. I'm always transparent. I have a lot of resources and stuff. As a matter of fact, we're working on some more resources. We're just hoping that the people that we can count on for these resources. So once they decide they're serious about what it is that they're doing, then I'll be letting you guys know. All right. But I appreciate you guys hanging out at the beach with me. And for those of you that need to make a consultation, reach out to me. Let's talk. All right. You guys have a blessed evening. Thank you. See ya.